my family will tell you at about, early Friday, maybe late Thursday night, but early into Friday, I go into a whole, I go into a whole other place, and they don't see me again until sort of they see me visually, but I'm not there until Sunday when it's done. And when I came back, I would come back, and the emotion and the anxiety of going out there and having it, because I knew every time, like, oh my goodness, whatever, me and Jericho, me and John, me and Rick, we did it again. You know what I mean? And and it would just all come out. And I would literally, literally weep there, because it was just, it finally all got to get out. And then it was, and then I could go back to being dad and honey and everything else. But because I wondered, that was the pressure. That was the wondering if it was going to be there again. You know what I mean? And you don't know. You do. And I did. I check all my boxes. I prepare as best I can. I do everything I think I'm told. But you're still never sure until it's over.
Right. And one day it's gone, and it's gone. That's it. You don't have any.
That's the thing on ours. Sometimes it's going right out there on live TV, and it's like, oh, son of a biscuit! I wish I would.
Yeah. Wish you'd told me. I was also going to ask that though. That's a really interesting observation about your family. That like, if it's a switch for you. Like it seems like working at such a high level, at such a high intensity, like there's no dimmer, there's no duck in, duck out. It's like that's where your brain is when you're doing it, and then your brain's not there at all when you're not doing it.
Yes.
Is that kind of how you operate?
Yeah, certainly it was, and at that time,
or how you were operating.
I was on the second run. I was, and that's what made it so joyous. Is that I could go to work, boom, turn it on, focus on that. And then come home and turn it off. And the only time, and it was never a problem. It was just one of those things, again, that the wife goes like, she was like, are you sure you want us to go out there, go to WrestleMania again? Because, you really, like, come Friday, you don't, you're there, but you don't really talk to us. We just feel like we might be in the way. And it's like, no, it's a weird thing. I said, but I love having you there. Your presence. I know your presence is there, and it makes me feel better. It comforts me while I'm going through it. And she's like, okay, we just don't want to.
That's how you know you found a good wife when she's like, yeah, I can accept that. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what you need out of a partner, right?
Yeah. But but again, like I said, look, it helped her. It helped her understand me. You know what I mean? It did, and like I said, and even like I said, doing this now, because like from her standpoint, she's like, like, dude, you don't need to. I mean, we're cool, man. You can sit here and lay around and watch football or whatever. But she knows that this job. I have two things in my life. It's them and this. Yeah. I don't do anything else. But nor do I don't. But I don't have a desire to either. I mean, those are the two things that bring me the most joy in my life. And from her standpoint, it's like I'm married to a man that feels like he has a gift and a purpose in his life that can't be that bad, and we're a huge part of that. You know?
And
help him along in it.
When you find something that brings you that kind of joy, but you can also excel in and also push that outwards, where the things that you're doing are bringing a lot of other people that same level of joy. It's like you can't ignore that.
Well, no, and again, I mean, I always, because I know it's a job and it's a business, and I do I don't know, I don't ever like to throw my belief system on people, but yeah, I mean, I think about again, that I'm dead one day, and what I leave my children, I don't mean physically, but in here, what I leave them with is something that again, that they'll go, Dad was good dude. You know what I mean? And again, do people here, what I mean, that again, that he did right by us. You know what I mean? I just want their experience to be something positive. I'd like to, I don't know, I was given a second chance. I feel like it's my place to do what I can to give back from my, I'm here to serve. You know what I mean? In a sense. And that's what I try to tell everybody. Granted, there are times it's, I'm the biggest jerk in the room because, my push, or you're beating me, or my place. And again, and I understand all that because it all went through my head. I accept it, and I don't know. But at the same time, for me, those are, I don't know, those are things that come with it. But, you know, I'm believing that they'll be 40 and 50 one day and look back on it and hopefully understand it.